Welcome to The Explainer, everyone. I am so pumped you're here today because, look, we're skipping the usual agenda. We're diving headfirst into this deceptively simple story. It's this wild little allegory about a stickman and a saber-toothed tiger. And we're using it to unpack a massive question. Seriously, it's a biological assumption we all just kind of carry around every single day. Does thumbs equal power? Think about it. Does our evolutionary anatomy, just the fact that we have these hands, inherently give us dominance? Or is real power something else entirely? Let's jump right in and test this hypothesis.
Okay, I want you to literally imagine yourself right there. You are the stickman. You're standing just outside your cave, and staring you down is this massive, incredibly hungry saber-toothed tiger. Now really think about this. What is your greatest weapon in this exact moment? We've all been taught that humans conquered the natural world because of our biology, right? Specifically, our opposable thumbs. That evolutionary leap is what let us grasp, build, and, well, dominate. We basically equate that thumb with absolute power. But when you're face-to-face with a literal apex predator, does that biological hardware actually do anything to protect you?
Just look at this stickman's initial reaction here. He literally gives this roaring tiger a confident thumbs up. I mean, it is the ultimate symbol of human arrogance, isn't it? The source material hits the nail on the head here, pointing out that we think this little thumb equals power. But the tiger? Yeah, it doesn't care about your evolutionary advantages. To the tiger, that thumbs up just looks like its dinner came with a convenient carrying handle. Raw anatomical advantages mean absolutely zero to a predator whose only motivation is getting its next meal.
And then, boom, reality check. The source puts it perfectly. That's when I realized confidence isn't enough. You see the stickman slowly step back. All that unearned biological arrogance just evaporates the second primal survival instincts kick in. We tend to mistake our cozy spot at the top of the food chain as this, permanent shield. But out in the raw wilderness, confidence without actual capability is completely useless. The stickman realizes his whole initial assumption that thumbs equal power was a potentially fatal mistake.
Things escalate fast. I mean, blink of an eye fast. Second 1, the realization hits, he takes that slow step back. Second 5, the tiger lunges, and the stickman is literally running for his life. 15 seconds in, he's scrambling, he's jumping over rocks, the danger is spiking with every single millisecond. And finally, 30 seconds in, he scrambles up and climbs a safe tree. Phew. That transition from a cocky thumbs up to a desperate, scrambling panic, it happens in an absolute flash.
Now, this brings us to a massively important reframe. Running wasn't weakness, it was survival. In so many of our modern stories, running away gets a really bad rap. We're constantly told to stand our ground. But the source material makes such a profound point here, recognizing that you are totally outmatched physically and choosing a tactical retreat that is a highly valid, crucial survival skill. Because let's be real, standing your ground to test if thumbs equal power against a 400-pound predator is a literal death sentence. Fleeing wasn't losing his power. It was keeping himself alive so he could fight another way.
Part 1. Strategy beats strength. The pivot from instinct to intellect.
All right, so the stickman has found a safe spot up in the branches, but just waiting up there isn't going to save him forever. The tiger is just pacing right below him. So the dynamic has to flip. We're moving away from biology and anatomy now, and we're looking at where true human power actually begins to show up. First step, he stops panicking. He observes his environment and spots an opportunity in the thick vines hanging in the tree. Step 2, he starts building a smart plan, a trap. The source notes that every knot he tied brought hope. So yes, he's using his thumbs now, but the thumb is just a tool for the mind. Real power starts with that smart plan. And step 3, he doesn't attack the tiger directly. He just waits. He's totally ready to use the tiger's own aggression right against it.
Then, the tiger makes its move. It lunges upward, going for the kill, but snap, the trap activates. As the quote says, strength lost to strategy. Just like that, this massive, terrifying beast is left hanging safely in the air, completely neutralized by vines and, well, intellect. The stickman didn't outmuscle the tiger. No way. He outthought it. We're seeing definitive, undeniable proof that raw, brute strength will ultimately lose out to a well-executed strategy every single time. Part 2. The choice of mercy, the true measure of power. Okay, so the threat is neutralized. But the story doesn't end there. The stickman is looking at this trapped tiger. He now holds absolute dominance over the exact creature that just tried to eat him. He's got a knife. He literally holds the rope. It would be so easy to just choose revenge, right? The tiger tried to kill him. Leaving it to starve or just ending it right there is the default, easy path of dominance. But kindness? Wow, that is significantly harder to choose. To look at your enemy, an enemy that showed you zero mercy just seconds ago, and decide to spare them? That takes immense strength. But the stickman decides to cut the rope. He chooses kindness. Because true power isn't just about your ability to destroy. It's about restraint. It's about the profound choice not to. So he cuts the rope, and the tiger lands safely on the ground. And what happens next is just beautiful. The tiger slowly walks away. It doesn't turn around and attack again. Instead, it looks back, respectfully.
Sometimes respect is earned. This right here is the ultimate victory of strategy and mercy combined. By choosing kindness, the stickman didn't just survive the encounter, he permanently neutralized the threat. He didn't just defeat an enemy, he earned the respect of an apex predator. It completely reframes how we can think about handling conflicts.
As the sun rises, the stickman stands there, and he gives another thumbs up. But you know what? The meaning of that gesture has entirely changed now. The source delivers this absolute mic drop of a final thesis. The thumb wasn't the power, my choices were. We started this explainer by asking if the equation thumbs equals power is true. And the answer, it's a hard no. Anatomy is really just hardware. Real power, that's the software. It's your intellect, your ability to strategize under immense pressure, and ultimately, it's your moral compass. The choices you make when you finally have the upper hand, that is your true power.
So, I want to leave you with this question to really reflect on today. We all face tigers in our lives, right? Overwhelming challenges, aggressive competitors, terrifying situations. When you stand outside your own cave and face them down, what are you relying on? Are you just giving an arrogant thumbs up, relying on unearned confidence and default biology? Or are you cultivating the true power of strategic choices, tactical intellect, and when the moment comes, the profound strength of mercy? Think about the traps you're building, the vines you're tying, and the ropes you might need to cut. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today, and I really challenge you to go out there and choose your power wisely.